Welcome to Alio's world again. This is a hoop house that we made out of PVC pipes. You can see it's real saggy in the middle. We had heavy snow down here in Texas, but we get it occasionally, and it kind of misshaped it some. I put a little bit of chicken wire on there so we can keep the deer and the birds and the squirrels and everybody out of there. So, maybe it's actually my brother. He wanted to use that 3/4 inch pipe. And we probably could have done better with 1-inch pipe, or, spent a lot of money and got metal pipes. But we just did what we did, got what we got, and it's been working good for about 4 years now. Cool thing about the organic technique, you might hear about it sometime, that, the insect problems and things, they just kind of go away. It's really weird, the disease and insect problems from doing a lot of top dressing with composts and spraying seaweed on the plants and fish emulsion to fertilize and that kind of stuff. So these were old. Picked them up at a dump pile at a construction yard, and these pipe ends that they had cut off. They're pretty cool though. They made planters. So I got, in this one we got like cilantro. It's fixing to go to seed, but I still like it. I still pretty much. Yeah, that's good stuff. I planted a bunch of baby seeds. I just threw a bunch of cilantro seeds in later in the season. They're coming up new, so that'll be, fresh little new leaves after those other ones seed out. I'll just use those other ones for seed. I planted onions. I bought these onion sets, purple ones, white ones, and yellow ones. And I planted them in all these beds and planted things around them. That's what I do. I let things grow up together. And then when one thing's finishing off, I'll be pulling the onions. And I'll be pulling the beets, and that's going to leave a lot of room open. But, I'll get some little tomatoes started in the middle of them. I've got a carrot over there. Yeah, I've got a bunch of plants lost in here. Lots of onions. I think there were you can see a lot of onions down there. I think there were about 400 onions. And they're nice. You can come out here and cut some greens if you need them for put on your soup or on a taco or whatever. And they're starting to get a little bit of a bulb down there, about as big as a golf ball now. And maybe by the time they're finished, they're starting to seed out. So I think they're going to be finishing soon. But if I get a whole bunch of little golf ball, sweet, tasty, crunchy, organic onions, that'll be good. This dinosaur kale is seeding out. That'll be good. Because I got another one over there, and that'll pollinate it. And there's another one over there. That stuff is good, too. That's the one, it's like rubber. They're real tender. The curly ones, they're a little more chewy, a little more kind of itchy on your mouth or something, a little tougher. And the purple Russian, that's another soft, rubbery one, real tender. And I have harvested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've harvested. You pick 1 or 2 leaves off of. You pick a leaf off of that plant, one off of this, one off of that, one off of that, and you grab a couple of these beet leaves, and then putting a salad together, and then you pick up. Look at this lettuce. It's freaking beautiful, man. Not a thing wrong with that, man. And I don't know what it is, man. There's just no problems with them. It's starting to get in the way of that Anaheim pepper. I grow that for my neighbor. This is actually my neighbor's yard. And I cut him a deal. I said, hey, look, I'm going to grow some stuff over there, and I'm going to share some food with you. What do you think? Organic. And he loves the Anaheim peppers. So, I got him an Anaheim there, and an Anaheim there, and an Anaheim there. Now, something was getting at that one. And I thought, well, I'm going to find it, whatever it is. And so I looked around. I lifted this thing up, and there was a snail, big old snail. So poor little guy, I just threw him over here, and he hit the blue tub, and he's all gone now. But I got little volunteer tomatoes, too, that are popping up from last year. I don't know what that one is in the back over there either. But over here, this is where I grew tomatoes last year. And I got this one. Well, that's a Cherokee, purple for the neighbor. But this is where I grew the cherry tomatoes last year. And I see those whole bunch of little sprouts right there. And down there, it's kind of late to get them started, but you know, I'll let some of those grow up too. And this is did something bite my tomato plant? Oh no. Oh, who did that? So what I do is I'll look around, I'll kind of scratch around in little hiding places. I'll see if there's a little pill bug or something. There's some more tomatoes. But anyway, you know, a little bit of loss here and there. You know, the organic technique is you don't even think about treating things until you're really losing material. You just let them have a leaf here and a leaf there. And if it gets really, really bad, you know, I come out here and wash them off with a real strong jet or something. You know, this oxalis, you know, it's that sour grass you always ate when you were a kid. It looked kind of like clover, but real sour. And there was a guy, his name was Dr. Joe, and he was advertising oxalic acid, like what's in spinach and some of these other greens, as a cancer preventative curative. But then, you know, I know, like if you're a guy or an older guy, you got to be careful with the oxalic acid, even though it's really, really tasty. You especially need to be careful with it. Maybe not me so much, but if you have any chance, you think you might have, what do they call it? Those little rocks that grow in your your urinary tract. They're really hard to, you know, painful. It kind of contributes to that. So they always say if you're eating a lot of, the kales have the oxalic acid in them also. You know, if you cook it, it like busts it up, and there's no problem then. So I had been eating a lot of the kales. Look at these beauties, man. I mean, that one I cut the top off, but this is and these are still, we'll be still eating off of these ones and these curly ones. Got pardon me. I'm choking on my plants. I got so many beets because the beet greens, man, they are so good and so good for you. So are the dandelions. There's a dandelion. I let the dandelions grow in there because they've got a lot of vitamin A and really, really good for you. But so I'm getting, wow, that's pretty nice. Actually, that beet is big. Last year I only got them about that big. Now, oh, they're already that big and getting bigger. And I got a lot of them. And at the grocery store, they're charging, it was like $4 for 3 beets with the greens on them. That's crazy. And here I got like so many of them. I just had a pack of seeds. Well, I got a couple pack of seeds to get a couple different varieties, but these guys are doing good, man. And there was a girl in look at these snails. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna do a little hand picking here. Get 1, 2. I guess those onions, that'd be a good bait plant. Look at that. They just come right up and they're not even hiding. And then that's what would ate the top off of that pepper plant, was these little snails. Well, they're big snails actually. I don't think they're escargot. I mean, I think you could maybe put them in some beer and boil them up and find out, but not that I would ever do that. I mean, I would never do anything ever unusual. You know, I wouldn't want to like experiment and see what it tastes like, but I'm just going to toss them out there and see if they can find something that they can eat that's not mine. This bed, it had all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then there's some more over here of these spinach plants. And I'll probably make a salad today, and I'll still be picking some of these spinach leaves. See, I'm letting them go to flower and to seed, and that's where I'm going to get my spinach seed for next year. This guy is funny. He looks like a carrot, but it's not. That's beggar's lice. That's the one that gets those little burrs stuck on your socks and your shoestrings. So I'll just toss them out there in that pile. But these, this is like weedy. I really need to clean up the edges around here. But that's the cool thing about my boxes that I use to grow these things. And that's just old fence, people's trashed fence boxes to make these 9 4x4 beds that produce so much food. This looks like another beggar's lice. The thing is, the beggar's lice, they look a lot like the carrots. See that? Yeah. Ooh, pretty little plant. I said just a little tiny plant. It's got that little fat carrot on there. But I'll tell you, I'll shred that onto the salad tonight and get a few of these, just a few of those leftover spinach leaves. Just throw some beet leaves in there, a little bit of the kales, and a touch of cilantro. Yeah, some cilantro. And cut up some of those onion greens, and ooh wee. We'll be having a good salad. The thing is, I'll come through here. Oh, look at that purple one. That one is really pretty. You put that. That's a rubbery one too, real soft and nice, that kale. So I'll just, I'll take a leaf here and a leaf there, and I'll pull one off of this plant, that, and the next thing I know, these salads they are like massive.